Weather, a week of sun, rain, and surprises. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my story about weather. My name is James, and today I'm going to share with you how weather plays a big role in my life. Weather isn't just something we talk about, it changes our plans, our work, and even how we feel. Where I live, the weather can be sunny one day and rainy the next, so you have to be ready for anything. This story is about a week when the weather kept me on my toes, with forecasts, storms, and a few unexpected twists. I hope you enjoy listening to it. Let's get started. I work at Office Comfort Company, a company that sells office furniture like desks, chairs, and shelves. I'm a sales assistant, and my job involves talking to customers, taking orders, and sometimes visiting clients. My office is downtown, about 30 minutes from my house by bus. The weather doesn't usually stop me from working, but last week, it made everything a little more interesting. It all started on a Monday morning when I woke up and checked the weather forecast. I have a habit of looking at the weather every day. I use an app on my phone. It's simple and tells me what to expect. That Monday, I opened it at 6:30 a.m. while drinking coffee. The screen said, sunny, 25 degrees Celsius, no rain. That sounded perfect. I didn't need an umbrella or a jacket, so I put on a light shirt and pants, grabbed my bag, and left for the bus stop. The sky was clear, with a bright sun shining down. It felt warm but not too hot, just right for a walk to the stop. On the bus, I thought about my day. I had a meeting at 10 a.m. with my manager, Ms. Carter, and a customer call at 2 p.m. The weather wouldn't affect much since I'd be inside, but it's always nice when it's sunny. It makes the office feel brighter. I got to work at 8 a.m., turned on my computer, and checked my emails. Ms. Carter sent one saying, James, let's move the meeting to the park nearby. It's too nice to stay inside. I smiled. Sunny days can change plans in a good way. At 10 a.m., we walked to the park, just 5 minutes from the office. Miss Carter brought her notebook, and I carried my laptop. We sat on a bench under a big tree. The sun was warm, and a light breeze kept it comfortable. She said, James, we're planning a big order for a school, 50 desks and chairs. Can you call the client tomorrow? I said yes and wrote it down. We talked for an hour, enjoying the weather. It was better than being stuck in the meeting room. By 11 a.m., we headed back, and I felt energized. The afternoon went smoothly. I called the customer at 2 p.m., a school principal named Mr. Lee. He confirmed the order and asked, Can you deliver next week? I checked our schedule and said yes. The sunny weather didn't come up, but it made the day feel easy. I left the office at 5 p.m., took the bus home, and enjoyed the warm evening. Monday was a great start, thanks to the sun. Tuesday was different. I woke up at 6:30 a.m. and checked my phone. The forecast said, cloudy, 22 degrees Celsius, 30% chance of rain. That wasn't too bad, but I grabbed a small umbrella just in case. The sky outside looked gray, with thick clouds covering the sun. I put on a jacket over my shirt and headed to the bus stop. On the way, I felt a few drops of rain, not much, but enough to open my umbrella. It stopped by the time I got on the bus, so I closed it and relaxed. At the office, the cloudy weather made everything feel quieter. I had a busy day, calling the school client again and working on a sales report. Around noon, I looked out the window and saw darker clouds. The forecast had changed. It now said, 60% chance of rain this afternoon. I hoped it wouldn't rain while I was outside. At 1 p.m., I went to the break room for lunch, a sandwich I'd brought. Sarah, a coworker, said, looks like a storm's coming. I nodded and checked my phone again. The app warned, heavy rain at 3 p.m. Sure enough, at 3 p.m., rain started pouring. I heard it hitting the windows, loud and steady. I was glad I was inside, but I worried about getting home. The bus stop was a 10-minute walk, and I didn't want to get soaked. I finished my report by 5 p.m. and looked outside. The rain had slowed to a drizzle, so I decided to risk it. I opened my umbrella and walked fast. The streets were wet, and puddles splashed under my shoes. I made it to the bus just in time, a little damp but okay. Tuesday taught me to trust the forecast and bring a bigger umbrella. Wednesday was tricky. The forecast said, sunny, 26 degrees Celsius, clear skies. I believed it and left my umbrella at home. The morning was beautiful, bright sun, no clouds. I got to the office at 8 a.m. and started calling clients. At 11 a.m., Ms. Carter said, James, can you visit a customer today? They're 10 minutes away and want to see chair samples. I said yes. It was a short trip and the weather looked perfect. I left at noon with a bag of samples. The sun was hot and I started sweating. Halfway there, I noticed dark clouds moving in fast. My phone buzzed, a weather alert, sudden storm, rain in 15 minutes. I walked faster, but before I reached the customer's office, rain poured down. No umbrella, no jacket, just me and the samples getting wet. I ran the last block and arrived soaked. The customer, Mr. Patel, laughed and said, bad timing. I smiled and dried off with a towel he gave me. We talked about the chairs, and he ordered 10. I left at 1:30 p.m., still damp, and took a taxi back to the office. The forecast tricked me that day. I learned to check updates. Thursday was cold. The app said, cloudy, 18 degrees Celsius, windy. I wore a thick jacket and a scarf. The wind hit me as I walked to the bus stop. It was strong, blowing leaves everywhere. On the bus, I heard people talking about the weather. It's freezing today, someone said. I agreed, it felt like winter. At the office, I turned on my computer and saw an email from a client. Can you deliver tomorrow? Weather might delay us. I called them and said, yes, we'll try. The wind rattled the windows all day, but no rain came. I stayed inside, working on orders, and went home at 5 p.m. The cold made me tired, but I was dry this time. Friday was a mix. The forecast said, partly sunny, 20 degrees Celsius, chance of showers. I brought my umbrella and jacket, ready for anything. The morning was sunny, and I got to work at 8 a.m. feeling good. I had a call with Mr. Lee about the school delivery. He said, it's raining here, can you wait until Monday? I checked the shipping schedule and agreed. At noon, clouds rolled in and light rain started. I stayed in for lunch, watching the drops on the window. By 3 p.m., the sun came back, drying the streets. I left at 5 p.m. with my umbrella unused. The weather couldn't make up its mind. The weekend was calm. Saturday's forecast said, sunny, 24 degrees Celsius. I didn't work, so I went for a walk. The sun felt warm, and I enjoyed the quiet after a wild week. Sunday was the same with clear skies and no surprises. I checked my phone each day, but the weather stayed steady. It was a nice break. That week showed me how much weather matters. At work, it changed deliveries and meetings. At home, it decided what I wore and how I traveled. The forecast isn't always perfect, but it helps you plan. Now I check it twice a day, morning and afternoon, just to be safe. That's my weather story. I hope you liked it. Weather affects us all, whether we're working or relaxing. What's the weather like where you are? Does it change your plans too? Thank you for listening, and see you next time.